Hey, friend. So, in this episode of Blossom Where You're Planted, we're talking about self awareness. It does not matter where you are in life. If you're crushing it, if you know you still got some gaps into where you want to be, you have got to be self aware. There is this quote. Who was it? I think was it Albert Einstein or maybe Socrates that said, "To thine own self be true." It could have been Hippocrates. I don't know. Hippocrates, Hippocratic oath. Did I say that the right way? Anyway, to thine own self be true. But to be true to yourself, you have to know who you are. In your knowing, I am not saying judge yourself. I will say that often because it's so easy to judge ourselves. I do it to me all the time. So trust me, I'm a work in progress. But when I say be self aware, you just got to know how you're wired. You got to know about who you are. Know what gives you energy. Know what takes energy from you. Know what brings you joy. Know what drives you crazy. Know your good habits. Know your bad habits. Be very self aware of how you present yourself. Be self aware of your body language. Be self aware of your tone. And how do you do that? You do that by checking in, self reflecting, just being with yourself, which is only possible after you mind your mind. Being with yourself and just seeing, is that how I really wanted to say that? Or why do I act like this around this person? Or why am I triggered by these things? That's all self awareness is. Like for me, I'm very, very self aware when I'm going to have a funky attitude. If I'm sleepy and if I'm hungry and if it's a very specific time of the month, I am just honest about it. So what do? I manage my calendar accordingly. I'm open and honest with people. So if I'm hungry and I come across in a not so loving and light way, I tell them that I'm hungry. It's not that I'm saying, oh, give me an excuse to be rude because I never want to be rude, but I'm very aware of how I'm wired. When I need to eat and when I need to sleep, may not be the best version of April Lewis. We're getting there. God is working on me, but I'm self aware of it. So then I also do things like keep snacks and water around me. I make sure that I'm in positions to where I can grab something to eat. So it's just to know yourself so you can be true with yourself. If you know that there is somebody that you work with that really just triggers you, and when I say trigger, I mean annoys you, agitates you, push a button, as you may have heard people say, and you have to engage with that person in your moment of self reflection and realizing, when I'm around this person, I find myself getting more frustrated or getting more agitated. If you know that you got to meet with that person, just take a mindful moment and breathe. Go into gratitude. Think about some things that you're grateful for, or just be present and listen to that person, actively listen to it, take action on what you need to take action on, and leave everything else on the table so you don't give away your power and peace to someone else. But then kudos to you because you were aware of yourself and you did something on the front end to manage your emotions during the interaction. So that's all self awareness is about. It's not about self judgment. It's not about anything other than knowing who you are and where you are in this season, and then making very conscious and mindful decisions to mitigate situations that you're in, to manage your stress, to show up as the best and brightest version of yourself. That's the only reason I want to remind you to be self aware. So then and only then can you blossom where you're planted. You got this.